Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me once again as we dive into the fascinating topic of universal law. Today's focus is something close to all of our hearts: education for children. As parents, educators, and members of society, we all share the desire to see children grow up happy and fulfilled. But what kind of education truly leads to lasting happiness? This is a question that goes beyond academics or career paths. It touches on something deeper: the choices we make, the motivations behind those choices, and how these align with the principles of universal law. Let's explore this together. The common dilemma of parenting and education. As parents, it's natural to want the best for our children. We often strive to provide them with the right opportunities, the best schools, extracurricular activities, and career paths. It's easy to think that enrolling them in a prestigious institution or guiding them toward a lucrative profession guarantees their happiness. But does it really? The truth is, there are no guarantees. Universal law applies to everyone equally, and it doesn't operate based on external conditions alone. It's not about what school your child attends or which job they land. True happiness stems from alignment with one's inner self and the natural flow of life. Conditional versus unconditional choices. When making decisions for ourselves or our children, we often fall into two categories: conditional and unconditional. Conditional choices are driven by external factors, expectations, fears, or societal norms. For instance, we might think, if I do this, I'll succeed, or if my child doesn't do that, they'll fail. This kind of thinking can lead to anxiety, dissatisfaction, and a constant feeling of inadequacy. It puts us in a state where we're always chasing something, whether it's success, approval, or security, without ever finding true contentment. Unconditional choices, on the other hand, come from the heart. They are guided by our authentic desires and not by the fear of failure or the need for validation. When we make decisions that resonate deeply with our inner selves, we align with universal law, which naturally leads us toward fulfillment. The pitfalls of external validation. One of the biggest challenges we face is the tendency to rely on external validation. We might trust an expert's opinion, follow trends, or do what others around us deem normal. While there's nothing inherently wrong with seeking advice, problems arise when we ignore our own instincts in the process. For example, choosing an activity for a child simply because it's popular or recommended by others may overlook the child's unique interests and talents. This can lead to a sense of disconnection, where neither the parent nor the child feels truly fulfilled. The key here is balance. It's fine to consider external input, but it should never come at the expense of consulting our inner voice, the true compass of universal law. Why conditional thinking leads to unhappiness. When we make choices based solely on conditions, we often end up feeling trapped. For instance, if a child is told they must achieve certain grades to succeed, they might work hard but feel no joy in the process. Even if they meet the expectations, the effort becomes a burden to maintain, leaving them unfulfilled. On the flip side, if they fail to meet those conditions, they might internalize feelings of inadequacy. This creates a vicious cycle of self-doubt and external blame. Over time, the child may lose sight of what truly makes them happy or what their unique talents are. The same applies to us as adults. When we prioritize external approval over inner alignment, we disconnect from our true selves and end up dissatisfied, regardless of our accomplishments. Rediscovering inner guidance. To break free from this cycle, we need to return to our inner guidance. This involves asking ourselves simple yet profound questions. Is this what I truly want? Does this decision resonate with my heart? Am I acting out of love or fear? When we teach children to consult their inner voice, we empower them to make decisions that align with their authentic selves. This doesn't mean disregarding advice from others, but integrating it with their personal feelings and values. For example, a child who learns to listen to their heart might choose an extracurricular activity not because it's popular, but because it genuinely excites them. This simple shift creates a foundation for happiness that lasts, regardless of external outcomes. The power of unique individuality. Every child and every person is born with unique traits, talents, and perspectives. This diversity is not a flaw, but a strength. It's a reflection of universal law, which values individuality as a means of enriching the whole. When we try to mold children into a single standard, whether it's academic success, athletic achievement, or social conformity, we deny them the opportunity to discover their true purpose. Instead, we should celebrate their differences and encourage them to explore what makes them feel alive. A child who feels free to express their individuality is more likely to develop confidence, resilience, and a sense of purpose. They learn to trust themselves and, in doing so, align more closely with universal law. Transforming education through universal law. So, what does this mean for education? It means shifting the focus from external metrics to internal fulfillment. It means fostering an environment where children feel safe to explore their interests, make mistakes, and grow at their own pace. As parents and educators, we can lead by example. When we make decisions from a place of inner alignment, we inspire children to do the same. We show them that true success is not about meeting conditions, but about living authentically and joyfully. Conclusion. In the end, the most valuable lesson we can teach children is to trust their hearts. By aligning their choices with universal law, they not only find happiness, but also contribute meaningfully to the world. So, the next time you face a decision for yourself or your child, pause and reflect. Ask, is this what I truly want? Encourage your children to do the same. This simple practice has the power to transform not only their lives, but also yours. Thank you for joining me today. Let's continue to explore the profound wisdom of universal law and apply it to every aspect of our lives. Until next time, take care and trust your heart.